looking for ways to become more positive, confident, and strong mentally. Our philosophy is that to lead a healthy lifestyle, it is important to be fit both physically and mentally, due to which our goal is to instill awareness and bring inspiration in the people's life. We welcome you, ma'am, to the forum today. And I hope this session is going to be very fruitful, not only for the students, but people of all ages, because this is one problem where society is still struggling. I personally believe that until unless you have a healthy lifestyle, you cannot balance your life full of so many, demands these days. Life is also demanding. You have to balance life and profession. You have to balance yourself and your children, and within family also the balancing is required. So until unless your life is balanced, you are not going to succeed in life. And to have a balanced life, you need to have balanced mind and soul also. And for that, definitely the first step is healthy lifestyle. Because once you are leading a healthy lifestyle, then only you can fulfill all the responsibilities of your life also. So I wish this webinar a big success. I congratulate the entire team of BBA who has put in such great efforts to bring you in, ma'am. And personally, on a personal note also, a big thank you to you for sparing in time for us. Thank you, ma'am. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ms. Director, for introducing me and for giving me this opportunity to speak in this webinar. And as you have rightly said that for balancing everything in our life, it is very important that we first give priority to a healthy lifestyle. A healthy lifestyle is the first step which we need to focus on and which we have to give priority so that we can balance every other thing in our life on an equal basis. And in today's webinar, I will be talking about how a healthy lifestyle leads to a happy life, mind, and soul. So, what does healthy or being healthy mean? Whenever we ask this question to someone, we will always get different answers. For someone, it may be being physically fit and active, whereas for someone, it may be being free from diseases and illnesses, whereas for some people, it may be the ability to live and enjoy their life to the fullest. But being truly healthy comprises of three main components that we need to focus on: healthy body, healthy mind, and healthy soul. And we can enjoy a good holistic health and increase happiness when all three areas are given equal attention to. And if anyone is neglected or we neglect one of them, then it will affect the other. So it is important that we focus on all these three components. And if you think somewhere for a fact, it has happened that we overlook one of them on a daily basis. But it is important that we focus on all of them when we talk about a healthy lifestyle. The World Health Organization also defines health to be a state of physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of any disease. That means just the absence of any disease or illness just does not suggest that we are healthy if we are not able to take care of the other components of a healthy lifestyle. We all want to be healthy, but most of the time what we concentrate on is just physical health, which is on our body. This is very important, but it is not the only aspect that we have to focus on. It is important to be both fit physically and mentally, and to achieve overall health and good well-being, we need to focus on mind, body, and soul equally. As a healthy body will ensure that we are active and fit, a healthy mind will help to enhance our focus and productivity, and a healthy soul will bring in feelings of fulfillment and contentment and happiness, and together they will contribute to a healthy lifestyle and overall well-being. Now, when we talk about a healthy lifestyle, first it is very important that we understand the importance of a healthy lifestyle. During this coronavirus pandemic time, all of a sudden, we have become more inclined and focused to follow a healthy lifestyle and focus on our overall well-being. Yeah, it is important that we focus on making our immune systems very strong during these times, but it is important that we focus on it all the time, not mainly now, but because of this pandemic time, nowadays the focus on health has been more increased. It should be that we focus on a healthy lifestyle at all times. And we also need to understand that the fear and anxiety that has been brought by the coronavirus pandemic, it is very important that we convert it to positivity and optimism for a good overall health. And in addition to this, to feel excited and every day and enjoy our life to the fullest, a healthy lifestyle is very important. So it is important to understand the importance of a healthy lifestyle and why is it needed. There's a famous quote by Josh Billings, which says that health is like money, and we never have a true idea of its value till we lose it, which strongly highlights the power of being healthy and living a healthy lifestyle. So a healthy lifestyle is basically adopting simple habits and healthy habits in a permanent basis in a daily routine, which includes regular exercise, a balanced and nutritious diet, adequate rest, improved quality of life, and stress management. And when we adopt all these healthy habits, we will realize the benefits associated with them, which are mainly, first is disease prevention. When we adopt healthy habits, our body fights diseases efficiently, and it is able to prevent the onset of chronic health conditions such as diabetes, high blood pressure, and high cholesterol levels. Whereas an unhealthy lifestyle can result in obesity and many other lifestyle-related disorders. Also, along with preventing chronic health conditions, it will help to strengthen our immune system, making it capable to fight foreign bodies and diseases more efficiently. The second thing is that it helps to boost our energy levels and mood. When we follow an active lifestyle, our body strength and stamina is improved. Research indicates that healthy eating and proper exercise are key factors that help to manage our stress levels, resulting in improved moods. And many different studies have proven that a diet rich in nutrients and exercising daily releases a chemical called endorphins in our body, which helps to ease the symptoms of depression and anxiety and helps to boost our mood. The third thing is that a healthy lifestyle helps to maintain a healthy body weight, and it prevents unwanted weight gain. And this has benefits just beyond physical appearance. And when we talk about weight maintenance, it is very important that we all know about an index, which is known as body mass index. Body mass index is basically a way of calculating whether our current weight is healthy according to our height. And it is used to screen different weight categories and to see whether we have chances of any health problems. So it is basically a measure of a person's body fat based on a person's height and weight. And according to that, there are different categories. So if a person has a BMI less than or equal to 18.5, it is considered underweight. 18.5 to 25, it is normal weight. And if someone has a BMI index of 25 to 29.9, it is overweight. And a BMI index greater than or equal to 30 is considered to be obese. And nowadays, many applications, apps, and online calculators are available, which can help to easily determine a body mass index. And we should focus on body mass index when we are focusing on a healthy lifestyle. The fourth thing is a healthy lifestyle contributes to increased positivity and self-confidence. Because when we follow a healthy lifestyle, our body starts to feel great. And this starts to make us happy and positive. And when we focus on a healthy body, healthy mind, we will always see that there is an increase in positive thoughts and reduction in negative thoughts. And when we do things that for our body that makes our body feel good, we start to feel good about ourselves. That increases our self-esteem and self-confidence. And with positivity, when there is positivity and self-confidence in our life, we can do anything and we can take on any challenge that life has for us. And when we adopt a healthy lifestyle and our health is better, our mind is better, and everything is good in our life, it contributes to an increased happiness automatically, which is very important. Now we know the importance of a healthy lifestyle. To have a healthy body, mind, and soul, we all need to follow a healthy lifestyle, and because we know the positive changes it can bring in our life. But in today's modern life, we all have a busy schedule due to our work, our commitments, and our responsibilities, so many things, which makes it difficult for us to take out time for our healthy lifestyle. But we need to understand that health cannot be neglected. It needs to be made a top priority in our life. And it is important that our body gets all the care we can to remain productive physically and mentally. And sometimes what happens is that with our busy schedules, staying healthy and fit can feel like a task for us. And we feel that we need a lot of time and we have to plan so much to follow a healthy lifestyle. And so we are not able to figure out how we can achieve our health and fitness goals. But we need to understand that in order to remain healthy, we neither need to bring big lifestyle changes, nor we require so much of time. We just need to incorporate small healthy practices into our life and step-by-step basis. And we need to carry a bit of forward planning. And this can help us a lot in our journey of health and fitness. So now let us understand how healthy habits we can incorporate in our life and how they are correlated with healthy mind, body, and soul. So the first thing which is very important is a proper sleep cycle and getting enough quantity and quality of a good night's sleep, which plays a very important role in our health and well-being, and it ensures that our body is able to carry out its basic vital function. When our body does not get the required amount of sleep, it not only affects our health and energy levels, but it also affects our mood, our mental well-being, creativity, and awareness levels. So everything is kind of interconnected. A good night's sleep is equally important to regular exercising and following a healthy diet. Good night's sleep can not only help you become healthier, but also helps to manage anxiety and different stresses. And this results in optimal mental well-being and brings about inner peace. But unfortunately, in today's modern environment, hectic schedules and the pressures of our daily life, all these things have started to interfere with our natural sleeping patterns. People are sleeping less than required, and the quality of sleep has also decreased. And this is not a very good thing, as poor sleep has been linked with a range of health disorders, which includes heart disease, diabetes, and even depression. And it affects our judgment ability, our mood, and our ability to function effectively throughout the day. And there are many factors which can contribute to an inadequate sleep or a poor sleep quality, which could be because of stresses in life and what medications we take or what we eat, or like the environment in which we are sleeping. But whatever factors there are, it is important that we focus on our ways to fix our sleeping pattern and have a good night's sleep for a healthy lifestyle. Now, why a good night's sleep is very important, like I have told you, now the human body requires about 7 to 8 hours of sleep every night. And in addition to getting the right amount of sleep, it is important that, like I've said, we have to follow a consistent and healthy schedule for sleeping. So for that, it is very important that we create a proper bedtime routine and always try to sleep and wake up at the same time every day. And when we do so, our body will get used to that routine and it becomes easier for us. So when we follow a proper routine, our body clock will also get used to it. And then we will see that it is not very difficult. And research suggests that when we stick to a proper bedtime routine, our sleep improves greatly. This is because when we follow a routine for sleeping, and we kind of train and regulate our body to unwind and sleep at the same time always. Another very big thing is that many of us close to bedtime, we are so much connected with our phones, social media, technology. So another thing is what we can do is to unplug ourselves at least 30 minutes before bedtime, which includes shutting off television and other electronic devices and staying away from them or silencing them so that we are not distracted by them at the time when we should actually be sleeping. So this will help to enhance the sleep quality and help us fall asleep more quickly. Research suggests that when we expose ourselves to artificial blue light, which is emitted by the different electronic devices, it kind of makes it difficult for a body to fall asleep because they suppress the production of melatonin, which is a sleep inducing hormone that makes us ready for bed. So other than doing technology things related to social media, during this time, we can adopt some daily habits that can help to relax and calm our mind so that we can fall asleep quickly. And this can include either maybe doing meditation, listening to some soft music, reading some books, or whatever you like. It can vary from person to person, and you can try different things and see what works best for you for a better sleep, but something which is better than being connected to technology close to bedtime. Also, lastly, focusing on what we eat and drink is also an important criteria for getting a good quality of sleep. Our eating and drinking habits play a very important role, just like a healthy lifestyle. So if you consume less nutritious foods, or such as processed foods or foods rich in carbohydrates, or high in sugar or junk foods, that will result in more disrupted and troubled sleep at night. And you will be waking up sleeping like that. It happens. Because they cause, eating these foods close to bedtime causes a noticeable change in our blood sugar levels. Also, it is important that we we avoid the consumption of caffeine and caffeine related products in the late evening or night because it can disrupt our sleep. The next crucial thing, which is very important for a healthy lifestyle, is physical activity, which is important for all, including students, which sometimes is not followed, and we tend to lead a sedentary lifestyle. And maybe even sometimes students are also involved in a sedentary lifestyle because they are so engrossed with their books, assignments, and projects sitting on the desk all the time. But physical activity is important because we humans are not been created to sit continuously for many hours throughout the day, and sitting too much can have negative consequences both on our weight and our health. We are meant to be active, and physical activity is not only important for a healthy body but also for a healthy mind and good mental health, because it helps to decrease stress hormones in our body, that is cortisol, which is, and physical activity is also very important for enhanced brain function. So for physical activity, first, it is very important that you start first by being more active first on a daily basis by incorporating certain habits in your life, like walking for short distances rather than taking your vehicle out. You can walk, or you can, if you're sitting on the desk and studying, after every half an hour, you can stand up and move your body so that our body stays in action, basically. So the main aim is to prevent sitting for long time periods and keep your body in motion. Or you can take the, like, if, for example, if possible, try taking the stairs over the elevator. So these are some things which you can start, and this can help us be more active on a daily basis. And generally, when we think of physical activity, the first thing which comes into our mind, many people's mind, is like so much of training in the gym. But that's not the case. There are many other activities too that we can involve ourselves in, such as walking, running, cycling, swimming, or exercises done at home, such as yoga, for good physical activity. And whenever you plan to include exercise or physical activity in your daily routine, you should adopt and focus on some exercise routine that suits your body and lifestyle, and should take out at least 30 minutes for it daily and stick to it with full dedication. And once you get adapted to that exercise in your daily routine, you will see that it is not difficult as you thought it to be. And when you realize the benefits it provides you, then you will be motivated to exercise daily. And very important is that what happens when we exercise, that sometimes we consider it to be a routine job. And when we do so, that comes a time when we will get bored and we will be like, no, we're not exercising today, or I don't feel like exercising today. And this will make us difficult for us to move out of our comfort zone and make time for exercise. So we need to find ways to make our exercise routine more interesting so that we look forward to it and we do not get bored easily. And so that we are able to follow it in the long run. Maybe you can join some, or you can do exercise with your friends, which can be a motivation factor, or you can basically give yourself some challenge so that you're able to keep it for a long time. And when you see the benefits and the health benefits it provides, and that will motivate you yourself So it is important that you find a routine that suits you, it is easy to stick to, and it is enjoyable. The next important thing is eating healthy and nutritious. We are what we eat was a term which was coined by Hippocrates many years ago, and it still holds relevance in today's times. Food plays a very important role in our life and provides support for our body's development. And it is also crucial in deciding how our health will be. Previously, people used to always focus on eating nutritious foods, which provided them with good health. But now in the current generation and the 21st century, with our busy life and the emergence of fast foods, people have started to rely on the consumption of fast foods and junk foods because it is convenient to eat and it saves time. And this has led to many health problems and weight issues, as somewhere we have stopped listening to our bodies. But eating nutritious and wholesome foods can provide us with good health. And when we eat good, we perform better, and it leads to healthier mind and happiness and provides our brain with all essential nutrients to perform well. Now, healthy eating is crucial, as to do well in all areas of our life, we need to eat well. And this includes following a balanced diet with healthy and nutritious foods, with an appropriate amount of food from each food group, and an adequate intake of essential minerals, vitamins, and nutrients. But in addition to that, it also means to maintain a proper eating cycle, which means eating all meals at scheduled times every day, with eating something or small portions of some snacks at regular intervals. Because we cannot keep our body hungry for long time periods. It is important that we have something at regular intervals so that our body does not experience large fluctuations in our blood sugar levels, or we do not experience extreme hunger or hyperacidity, and also to prevent impulsive snacking throughout the day. Healthy eating also includes never ever skipping your meals, because it provides you with the energy to keep going. Home food is always the best, but if not possible, we should always aim for eating something nutritious, but we should never skip our meals. Also, if possible, it is important that we carry and consume healthy snacks with us, which we can have in between our meals. And these snacks should be a combination of proteins and carbohydrates, such as nuts, seeds, dry fruits, roasted chana or makhane, and some sprouts. If you carry them and you consume them at regular intervals in between your meals, that will prevent rapid rise in your blood sugar levels, and would also help to satisfy your hunger, mid-meal hunger pangs, rather than you relying on junk foods for it. And these snacks need to be a combination of both proteins and carbohydrates, because the proteins will help to keep your stomach full for some time, and the carbohydrates in it will provide you with energy. So, and rather than relying on junk foods, these are better as they are more nutritious. Also, it is important that we consume more fruits and vegetables on a daily basis, which can provide us with many great health benefits. And it is also important that for eating healthy, that we limit the intake of unhealthy foods and intake of soft drinks, sugary beverages, and caffeines. Very important thing is moderation. Moderation is the key here, which means that in addition to eating healthy foods, we can allow ourselves sometimes to eat something unhealthy once in a while, but not excessively consuming such things. So we should be mindful, and we should think of unhealthy foods and unhealthy beverages just as occasional indulgences. These foods are very tempting to grab, but they will not only increase your weight, but can also affect your mental focus, cognitive function, and overall health. Now, next point is staying hydrated. Staying hydrated is very important for overall health and wellness, and for maintaining the proper functioning of our body systems. Many times it so happens that we are so busy in our day-to-day tasks that we forget to drink water, but this is so important to follow. It's like one of the main aspects of a healthy lifestyle. And this takes a toll on our health. And many of us take it for granted. I myself have experienced not drinking enough water, and maybe because somewhere we get busy or our mind gets busy somewhere, but that we forget to drink water. But the benefits of staying hydrated are many, and drinking water is the best way to stay hydrated. So besides so water, like I said, water is the best way to stay hydrated. But besides water, there are many fruits and vegetables that are available which we can incorporate in our diet that contains a huge percentage of water, such as cucumbers, tomatoes, spinach, watermelons, oranges, apples. Our body basically requires a daily intake of 3 to 4 liters of water daily to remain healthy. And if you're someone who does not have the habit of drinking water frequently, then there are some ways which can help you ensure that you stay hydrated. Which one of them is always keep a water bottle in handy with you, so that near you, so that you don't forget to drink water, and so that you're able to drink water easily wherever and whenever you want. Or maybe you can put a reminder on your phone or your watch so that it can prompt you to drink water regularly if you are not able to develop the habit of drinking water. And this is something which I am telling you from my personal experience. So drink a lot of water, stay hydrated, and it will help you stay very much calm. Next is a proper daily routine. Now, this seems to be a very, very small thing, but if we all have a proper daily routine, which we stick to and follow with dedication, it will help us stay organized and it will increase our efficiency. And that will contribute to healthy mind, healthy soul, and a healthy lifestyle. A proper routine helps to give a clear idea of the works that need to be completed. And when we're able to plan our time effectively, we are able to focus better on one thing at a time rather than wasting our time trying to do everything or trying to complete so many things without much success. And this helps us to stay happy and motivated and bring inner peace, which contributes to healthy living too. Now, the new challenges of COVID-19 has resulted in so many rapid changes for everyone, but also for all students all over the world, with them being confused and confused and unable to understand how they can go about with their daily activities and their online classes, which they have not experienced before. Because the COVID-19 situation has resulted in a transition of all instructions to online mode. And this transition is challenging for everyone, for all students actually. Because with COVID-19, now the online classes is there, fewer social activities are there, and so during this time, it is more important that we set a schedule for ourselves that can help us provide structure and keep us motivated. It is very important. It is difficult, but it is very important to create a positive state of mind at this situation so that we are more healthy and we are able to carry out things in a better manner. We have to we need to involve ourselves in things basically which can help us stay more positive during this situation. Maybe you can you should understand what kind of environment can help you focus more or study more. Try to recreate that type of environment at your home. Start your day just like how you used to start your day when you were going to regular college, but just the difference is that in place of your normal classes, you have your online classes. If you have any issues, you can communicate openly with your teachers and professors for whatever issues you're facing, and they will always be happy to help. And we all know that right now it is very important. Social distancing is very important, and to self-isolate right now it is very important, but it is also very important that you stay connected with all your friends virtually. And more than ever, it is more important that you stay connected with them as much as possible, which will also help you stay calm and positive. So one thing which is very important, that whenever you create a daily routine for yourself, always ensure that along with your work, you find time for yourself, your friends, your family, and the activities that you actually enjoy doing. This is very important to live a good quality of life and for the mental well-being. You can get involved in ourselves in hobbies that give us joy and that can reduce whatever stress we have in our life. And this is a very crucial part of staying healthy, where we are able to divert our mind from stress, leading to a healthy mind. And this gives us an opportunity to rejuvenate and bring out an energy that helps us to maintain a balance between all aspects of our life. And this, what I said about creating a daily routine along with finding time for ourselves, This is also known as having a work-life balance, which is very important, especially in today's fast-paced lives. It is all about maintaining a healthy stability between our work, studies, personal and family lives without allowing one to affect the other, as none of these things can be compromised. And this is very important for healthy mind, body, and soul. Now, just like it is very important that we follow the practice of moderation in healthy eating, it is also important that we adopt moderation in using technology and social media. Like I had discussed, it is important that we disconnect from technology and social media at least 30 minutes before bedtime so that it's not able to affect with our sleep. It is also important that we moderate the use of technology and social media throughout the day. Be it good or bad, both technology and social media has influenced and affected our lives in many ways. And this is something which will increase as the time progresses. We all have embraced the advantages that technology or social media has brought into our lives, but somehow we have ignored or we continue to ignore its negative aspects. It is good that we stay updated and connected with technology, but we should not make it an addiction for us. Therefore, it is important that we know or we consider drawing a line or establishing few rules for it so that we can avoid the negative effects of technology and we can enhance the quality of a life and we can prevent great harm to our bodies. So we should moderate technology usage. We should know where to draw the boundary line so that it does not become an addiction. Hence, it is very important that we strike a balance between it and the real world so that we can prevent its negative effects. So we should try to limit its usage. For all of us to stay healthy, a harmonious balance is needed in our body with less or no stress, tension, and anxiety. And for that, inner peace is very important. It means the absence of any negative and disturbing thoughts and emotions. It helps us to stay calm and composed in all situations. During this coronavirus pandemic time, we all need to enhance our immunity levels. But in addition to eating immune boosting foods, it is also important that we stay away from all types of stress because when we take stress, it increases the burden on our immune system, which makes it difficult for it to fight foreign bodies and infections. That's why inner peace is very important. Now, there are a few strategies that we all can begin today and that can help us discover inner peace for our overall health, such as daily meditation. Regular meditation increases the vital energy force, or you can say prana of our body, that helps us to guide towards self-awareness and connect more with our thoughts. Many of us suffer or have suffered from low self-esteem, due to which our minds are agitated and we're not able to tackle negative thoughts or negative emotions. But if we practice meditation on a daily basis, it helps to uplift our mood and help us to develop a positive attitude. Smiling more. Smile is a solution to basically all our problems. And that is why it is important that we manage to smile all the time, despite all the problems and challenges that we face in our life. No matter what, we should never forget to smile. This is because it brings about a lot of positivity and confidence in our life and helps us to tide through difficult times with ease. And here I'm talking about a genuine smile and not a fake smile. Focusing on the good and appreciating what we have is very important instead of focusing on what we lack. And the benefits of doing this is very important because this will result in more happiness, better mental health, give more strength to us to deal with adverse situations, and the development of strong bonds and relationships. Learning to accept things and situations as they are is also very important. And it's also very important that we believe on ourselves at all times, even when things go wrong or we make mistakes. It is important that we move on from our mistakes, learn from them, and forgive ourselves, and always believe on ourselves. Students are more prone to depression and anxiety due to pressures on them of studies and assignments, and during these tough times, maybe they are more pressurized right now. But even for them, it is important that they remain stress-free at all times. So it is very important that they stay connected, in touch with family and friends, and share their inner thoughts, which can help to beat loneliness and negativity. Do not let stress beat you. which is one of the major causes of depression and anxiety. And like I said, if we take stress, it affects our immune system, and this is something which we cannot do. So whenever you feel stressed, talk it out with someone that you're comfortable with, or just take a break and give yourself the time to relax. Think about what all the thoughts that are coming to your mind and try to deal with them. Never be afraid to share your problems or ask for guidance from someone, because there is nothing that you have to be feel embarrassed about, and you do not need to deal with your problems alone. We all can share our thoughts with people who can help and guide us. And always be positive and stay positive and build your confidence level, which can help you a lot. And lastly, due to our busy lives, we often tend to give a very low priority to self-care. We hesitate to take care of ourselves and postpone things for ourselves, or give ourselves the time which is truly for ourselves due to our hectic schedules. However, for the optimal functioning of our body and mind, it is very important that we invest in self-care and take out time for ourselves. And this is very essential for reducing stress and helps to build self-confidence. It is also important for productivity, physical and mental health. Now, self-care can vary from person to person. So you can determine what works best for you, and this will give you the opportunity to rejuvenate and bring out an energy that will maintain a balance between all aspects of your life. It is, so you can think that self-care is basically like an investment which we are doing on ourselves, and which will pay us in terms of good health and well-being in the long run. So this is very important that we at least take out some time for ourselves from all our busy schedule, and that is referred to as the me time, the time which you invest on yourself, do something which you like doing. That is very important. So bad habits are hard to break, but once we adopt a healthy lifestyle, we will not regret this decision of ours, because we will see the benefits. It will reduce the risk of many diseases. It will improve our physical and mental health, and it will give our energy levels such a big boost. So for that, if we just follow our body's natural cycle, sleep well, eat well, and learn to live well, and enjoy life to the fullest, then we can have a healthy lifestyle. Now, such habits, they do seem to be small, but they have strong positive effects. And further, they can enhance our personality and bring out the best in us. We just need to start by taking small steps gradually and be consistent in order to adapt them to a routine. And once we do so, we are sure to see the positive changes in all aspects of our life, and we will have healthy mind, happiness, healthy soul, and a healthy lifestyle. And this basically should be the main purpose of our life, and we should give it top priority, because if we excel ourselves in following a healthy lifestyle, we will excel in other aspects of our life easily. And health and happiness go hand in hand. So therefore, happiness itself is the biggest reason for keeping ourselves healthy in every way. Healthy mind, healthy body, and healthy soul. And when we do so, we will see that other aspects of our life are also balanced and managed in a proper way. Thank you so much for listening patiently.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for giving us an insight on how we can develop a healthy lifestyle, following easy ways, and have a happy mind and soul too. Ma'am, we have certain questions from you, from our participants. I would like you to please answer them.
Zufisha ma'am, sorry for interrupting. Surangna ma'am, can you please stop sharing your screen so as...
Yes, sure.
Yeah, thank you ma'am. All right. So please continue, Zufisha ma'am.
Yes, sir. Surangna ma'am, we have certain questions for you from our participants.
Yes.
Ma'am, am I audible to you?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah. So ma'am, the first question that we have is, how can I stay active and maintain a healthy lifestyle without joining a gym?
Okay, so for a healthy lifestyle and to be active, physical activity, like I said, is very important. Now, many of us correlate physical activity with maybe going to the gym, but it is not possible, mainly for students, because of budget and time constraints. So there are many other activities that we can involve ourselves in, such as running, walking, swimming, or maybe playing some sports, and cycling and skipping. These are certain activities which we can involve ourselves in, and that will also contribute to a healthy lifestyle. Only going to the gym is not required.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, next question that we have is why should we eat something every 2 to 3 hours at regular intervals, even if we are not hungry? Will it not cause us weight gain?
It is very important that we eat regularly at regular intervals. Because if we create a gap between our meals, what happens is that we become so, and we wait for a body like to give signals so that we are hungry, and we eat. So we eat more than we basically we need to eat, because at times we are so hungry we eat more than which is required. And also when there's a large gap and we eat a meal, it causes a very rapid rise in our blood sugar levels, and it sometimes even contributes to hyperacidity, which is which we do not want. So that is why it is important. But if I'm talking about eating at regular intervals, it doesn't mean that we eat so much at regular intervals. We need to have portion control also, that we eat, okay, like the 3 main meals are important: breakfast, lunch, and dinner, which we should eat in a proper way. But if you're having snacks in between or mid meals, then they should be not so big, like the small portions.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am. The next question that we have is, even after eating well and sleeping for 7 to 8 hours daily, I feel tired. Why is that so?
Like I said, there are many things for a health. Like sleeping is important, eating good is important, physical activity is also important. But sometimes what happens is that maybe we are not focusing on how much water intake we are taking in our body, and that results in dehydration. Now, dehydration is one of the major causes of fatigue and weakness in our body. So it is also important that in addition to good night's sleep, eating well, and exercising, we are staying hydrated, and we have a daily intake of 3 to 4 liters of water daily, so that we are not dehydrated, and we will not experience any such fatigue and weakness in that case.
Okay, ma'am. The next question that we have is it okay to skip a meal after having a heavy breakfast?
Skipping a meal is not advisable. We should never skip our meals. And if you feel that after a heavy breakfast you're not feeling hungry for a mid meal, then maybe you can reduce the portion of your breakfast. Don't make it so heavy. Just normal, not so heavy. And in that case, but we should never think of skipping a meal, because that will only have negative effects for our body. We should have timely meals. In between we should have some mid meals, but we should not skip our meals.
So in the chat box also we have a question from a student, Vaishnavi Trivedi. How could we make our immune system strong for the better living?
Yes. So how can we make especially during this time, the COVID time, it is very important that we focus on having a strong immune system. Now, in addition to eating good food, healthy foods, that is the immune boosting foods, there are many immune boosting foods that we should involve in our diet, firstly, such as food that are rich in vitamin C, like lemons, oranges, grapefruits. And there are certain other foods also, like red bell pepper is there, which is a very good source of vitamin C. We can include that in our diet. So there are these are immune boosting foods that can help to strengthen our immunity. But like I said, in addition to immune boosting foods, we also need to avoid any types of stress, because stress increases the burden on our immune system. And when we are stressed and there is a burden on our immune system it becomes weak and is not able to fight diseases and infections effectively. So, and also, if you follow all aspects of a healthy lifestyle, like good night's sleep and everything, then we will have a healthy immune system for sure. But more right now we have to take care, and we should include more of the mainly we should include more of immune boosting foods in our diet, and we should stay away from stress.
Okay, ma'am. The next question that we have is, what are some healthy snack options that we can easily eat on the go? And like you're telling, some immune boosting foods, so you can also just suggest a certain foods which boosts our immune.
So immune boosting food, like I said, foods that are rich in vitamin C. We have lemon, oranges, red bell pepper is there. In addition to that, ginger and garlic are very strong anti-inflammatory and antioxidants, which help to fight infections. They contain certain chemicals. They contain certain components which help to which helps to strengthen our immune system and fight infections. And in addition to these immune boosting foods, the snacks which we should always aim to have for good health are ones which provide a body with energy and also which can help to keep our hunger for some certain time period. And these include your fruits, your dry fruits, nuts, seeds. Then makhane is very good for health. They are not very less in calories, but they are such good fulfilling options and healthy options too. And they are also good for healthy immune system as well. And roasted chana is also a very good healthy snack option.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. The next question that we have is how to stay positive and mentally fit while staying at home during COVID times, and how, as a student, can I attain inner peace?
Okay. Now, during this tough times of COVID pandemic, it's a bit difficult for us to stay at home because we have the habit of going out and being socially active. But now, because of staying at home, it's very difficult, and this has somewhere affected our inner peace and positivity. But we still can be mentally fit and productive during these times. We can involve ourselves in many things. Basically, we can focus on those hobbies or things which we planned to do but we did not get the time to do. So we can focus on those things, and they will bring in positivity for us. Because and the best part is that we are getting the opportunity to spend time with our family more, which we did not have before. So that's one thing which we should focus on, we should cherish too, and create some unforgettable memories and hobbies, like I said. And then this is the time also that we have to maybe focus on a personal growth, maybe try to excel in those things which are important for our personal growth. We have that time. So if we try to utilize the time and we create a routine in such a way, this will help us to stay more productive and more fit mentally and physically. And for students, it is a bit more difficult than others. And it is also important that they also are able to maintain inner peace during these times. So for them also, it is like now, basically, they are more socially active. They tend to spend time with their friends, which they're not getting now. So, but they can still stay connected with them on virtually, basically, so that they feel good. At least they can talk. They can, and other than that, it is very important that we focus on positive thoughts only. Meditation is a very good thing. If you can just give 10 minutes from your daily routine for meditation, it helps to eliminate negative thoughts, and it helps to create positivity. That is very important for inner peace. It is very important for inner peace that we do not just think about our problems and we are so worried all the time. We should also try to think about how we can improve ourselves, how we can eliminate such thoughts, how we can become how we can be more how we can see the good. Basically, we can still utilize this time in a very better manner.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. We have one more question in the chat box. A student is asking, to maintain a healthy heart, you should consume how many grams, or maybe what should be the intake of fiber in a day?
Fiber intake is very important. Daily, it is very important that we consume enough amount of fibers daily. So for that, you can include more fruits and vegetables in your diet. Include whole grains and lentils in your meals, like lunch, dinner, and mainly whole grains and lentils, not the split ones. And fruits and vegetables. Mainly in fruits, we have bananas, which are very fibrous. We have apples, which are very fibrous. In vegetables, we have all the green leafy vegetables and broccoli, and all these vegetables are very fibrous. We should include them in our diet. And even when I have talked about eating nuts and seeds as mid-meal snacks, they are also very fibrous. They provide good fiber to your body. So when we include these things, the amount of fiber which you'll get when we include all these things in our diet, that is very good for our, not only for a healthy heart, a healthy gut. And a healthy gut will always lead, if we have a healthy gut, which is the balance of good microorganisms in our gut, we have a healthy gut, we will automatically have a good immune system too, and overall health.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for answering all our queries and to all our questions. Now I would like to welcome Ms. Garima Gupta, ma'am, HOD, BPA, PSIT College of Higher Education, to come over and for a vote of thanks. Garima, ma'am, please.
Thank you, Zufisha, ma'am. Thank you, Surangana, ma'am. I feel privileged to extend vote of thanks to our guests and participants. My sincere gratitude to Dr. Surangana Jain for accepting our invitation and sparing her valuable time for our students and enlightening them with thoughtful insights. Thank you, ma'am. My sincere gratitude to Chairman, sir. Thank you, ma'am. My sincere gratitude to Chairman, sir, for his constant support and motivation. My sincere gratitude to MD, ma'am, for her never-lasting support and encouragement. My heartfelt gratitude to our Director, ma'am, for her constant guidance and motivation to undertake event like this. Thank you, ma'am. I'm thankful to our Dean, sir, for his constant support and guidance. My special thanks to Prabhakar, sir, Deepak, sir, Zufisha, ma'am, Pratibha, ma'am, Binte, ma'am, Amit Srivastav, sir, and his team. Without their support, this webinar could have not been possible. I thank all faculty members, delegates from different colleges, and our students for patient listening and making this webinar a success. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for your active participation. All participations are required to on their video so that we have a session. We can click all of your video and have a memories for this webinar. And we'll be sharing a link for feedback form also. You need to fill that feedback form and you'll be getting your certificates. I request all participants to please on your videos so that we can have the participants with us. We can see them, we can see our participants. Deepak sir, I hope we are done with the photograph.
I think we should wait for a moment more because more of the students are coming.
All right, sir. All right. Request all participants to please on their video.
Done.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. All participants are requested to fill the feedback form. I've shared the link with you. And thank you, everyone. Zufisha ma'am.
Thank you so much. I would like to thank Dr. Surangana Jain ma'am, Dr. Shivani Kapoor ma'am, Director, PSIT College of Higher Education, Dr. APS Bhadoria sir, Dean, PSIT College of Higher Education, Ms. Garima Gupta ma'am, HOD, BPA, all the faculty members, students, and all the external participants for your cooperation and for joining us for the webinar. Thank you so much, everyone. And with this, we would like to conclude this webinar. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much.